Thanks very much, Elise. You know, this is the time of year when many people start getting more active outdoors, maybe playing sports or doing work in the yard. And while we often think about, say, wearing a bike helmet for safety or putting on safety boots, it's important to think about eye safety as well. So that's what we're talking about this morning with Ernie Yarn for this month's In Focus. Good morning.
Good morning,
Thanks
Heidi.
for coming in.
No problem.
And this is important, right? Because people are out in the yard, like doing whippersnippering or whatever, or you're out playing sports and whatnot, and you have to remember to take care of your eyes.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the time of the year where people are actually getting outside and doing a lot of activities, and certainly having the proper eye protection is just paramount. You know, we look at CNIB just put out some statistics that over 700 eye injuries happen at the workplace every day, but 1,400 actually happen outside of the workplace. And that's every day. Those are staggering statistics.
That is a lot. Yeah, exactly. So that may mean that people are not wearing proper vision care when they're doing recreational activities.
Exactly. Well, they say over 90% of all of those injuries can be prevented. And this is one of the big reasons why you can prevent those things. So it's about getting the appropriate frame, the appropriate fit for safety eyewear.
Now, it's funny, I look here at this table and I don't see any of those big, ugly safety goggles. How come?
Well, they have made some changes. They have gone in a good direction. And because you know what? Having something that looks ugly, it's not a great impetus to actually want to wear them. Yeah. So obviously they've gone to something a little bit more interesting, and people were actually going to wear some of these.
Yeah, some of these actually look like real glasses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now could you put, now obviously if you have a prescription, you need to be able to see, right? So can you put your prescription lenses in these?
You can. Every one of these can actually have prescription lenses put in. And they're not just the regular lenses. You're going to want to go with a polycarbonate material. And each of those have some different characteristics, even with the bevel that is put in. So the lenses are not going to necessarily, if there was impact, it's not going to go back into the eye. The lens would actually go forward.
Oh, really?
And the thickness of the lens is also something that's incredibly important, because if you have a high velocity impact, you want to have something that is going to withstand that impact and still keep your eye
protected.
the way it should be.
Let's talk about the sides, because obviously you need side protection then.
Right. So many things can actually happen from the side, and we don't really anticipate that. We're thinking more on the front. You certainly don't.
Literally.
So when you have, for instance, if you were whippersnippering, and sometimes a rock can fly out, hit a fence, come back. And those are the types of injuries that, again, very traumatic. And hey, look, looks great. Yeah,
I know. They actually look really good, right? But yeah, so those are the kinds of things that this would protect against.
That's right. The tighter and the closer you can actually put those side shields, even on these ones that would go on frames, the other type of frames, the better it is, because you want to be able to eliminate as much as you can coming from the side. And having even something that has a softer bridge material in here is another thing. Because many times your comfort is really in the bridge area. So when you have a lot of these now, it's actually very soft.
Ooh, these are comfy.
Very comfortable.
Yeah, these have like a rubber nose guards there.
And you're more apt to wear something like that as opposed to something that's very uncomfortable or very bulky.
Now, how do you know if something is like certified to be used as a safety
on the inside of the temples, usually you're going to find, if it is a safety approved, CSA safety approved, you're going to find codes on the inside that will say Z87. Z87 is actually an approved CSA frame that is, it's been tested. It's gone through a rigorous set of testing guidelines that will make that a safety frame.
So don't just go with anything. Make sure you have something that... Can you put... sunglasses in them too?
You sure can.
Yeah?
You sure
can put
can.
prescription sunglasses.
There's a lot of folks that work outside and you want to have that treatment. So you can actually have the materials transitions that will actually change in the sun. So all of those things can be done for being outside. And for sports and whatnot, it's terrific. I mean, you want to have
baseball,
as much coverage.
Golf, you know, especially if you're golfing with me. I have a terrible slice. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem.
I really appreciate it. It's all about taking care of your eyes when you're out in the sun. Don't forget that UV protection as well if you're outdoors. All right, we have more CTV Morning Live coming up in just a few minutes, so stick around with us. 7:47 is the time right now.
In Focus is brought to you by Vogue Optical.
At Vogue Optical, we all know your second pair is free. So what is your second pair up to? into Vogue Optical today and get your second pair free.
Vogue.